Welcome to an early edition of Football Scientific with me, Aaron Sauter. I'm a writer for FootballAnalysisOne.com, and I cover the Cincinnati Bengals. I talk about fantasy football, and I cover the NFL on FootballAnalysisOne.com. Also, I'm a writer for CFLNewsHub.com. I cover the Hamilton Tiger Cats to the CFL. On Football Scientific, we also talk about the UFL, the IFL, the NAL, the ELF, European League of Football, and student college football. I am joined by my co-host, Tyler the Tiger. Tyler the Tiger here, ready to go. Why are we going so early, man? Well, we're going early because I have to go to training camp for a few days here. So we're going to get this video and talk about the IFL, and then we're going to move on and focus on some real football for a few days. Sounds good. I'm ready to focus on the real football. I'm ready to coach it up. Okay, well, maybe you'll stay here. Okay, never mind. All right, so first in the CFL yesterday, Calgary Stampeders, they released American defensive lineman Cedric Wilcox II. Okay, boom, got it. In the NFL, some trash talk going on. Asante Samuel Sr., who played for New England Patriots, said the Dolphins are basically ran like a little league team. That's why they're losing all these players. This is what's happening here. And Mike McDaniel, their head coach, is a pushover, which is why he's being pushed around right now. Which is why they're down the drain, man. Goodbye, Dolphins. Okay, tanking for Arch. Tanking for Arch. Dolphins. Okay, in the IFL, this is the main reason we're doing the episode today. IFL, this weekend, several games around the 4th of July. So first on Thursday night last night, we had the Iowa Barnstormers, 1-11, traveling to the Massachusetts Pirates, who are trying to earn a playoff spot, trying to steal one from the Tulsa Oilers, who are struggling with injuries. Iowa went to Massachusetts. This was predictably not good for Iowa. They threw for 170 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Okay, James Cahoon. They only ran for 8 yards and 1 touchdown. That's a real bad game by the Barnstormers. It was surprising to be as competitive as it was, honestly. Pirates threw for 205 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Still a lot of interceptions. They also ran the ball for 92 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. So that's what separated the teams, was 92 rushing yards. Interceptions from both teams. Kind of a sloppy game. 3 sacks for Massachusetts Pirates. That separates them more from Iowa. Okay, outcome of the game. Mass Pirates wins at home, 54-31. There are really a few wins, like 2 wins. They probably wouldn't need to win both of these down the stretch. Maybe one of them. To clinch a playoff spot, depending on how Tulsa's feeling. Tulsa can come out winning. Then Mass needs to win both of these to win and make a playoff spot. They did that last year. They started right in the 2nd spot for a while, but then they fell out to the 4th, and then they won the IFL National, or then they played in the IFL National Championship. They won the Eastern Division, but they lost. They got destroyed by the Arizona Rattlers in the championship game. Tucson Sugar Skulls, they came in at 6-6, trying to hang on to playoff hopes. They need some teams to lose in front of them. San Antonio Gunslingers have the smallest playoff hopes you could ever think of. They were 3-9. Tucson went to San Antonio. What they do? They hammered them. Tucson Sugar Skulls threw the ball for 221 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean game by Jorge Reyna. 98 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. That's domination by the line of scrimmage for Tucson Sugar Skulls. They had 2 sacks. They dominated the game. San Antonio Gunslingers threw for 101 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. That's a turnover. And they had 35 rushing yards. That's not enough. 2 touchdowns, 1 sack. Boom. Tucson Sugar Skulls eliminate San Antonio Gunslingers from the playoffs. Boom. 58-28. They dominate them. I mentioned if they're a playoff team, they had to win that game. And they dominated the game. Are they a playoff team? It depends on what the teams in front of them do. Mainly Vegas and Arizona. Boom. Last night, Bay Area Panthers traveled to San Diego Strike Force. Bay Area Panthers were the top team in the league on all accords, standings and power rankings and everything else. It showed San Diego. San Diego came out fire. San Diego wants to prove that they belong to be at the top of the Western Conference. They took control of the game early on. They're going to blow out Bay Area, honestly. But then Bay Area, which I think is a much better team. I think they're a better team. But it doesn't show last night. They started battling back in the 2nd quarter. In the 3rd quarter, they closed it up to about 10 points. In the 4th quarter, they got within 2 points, but then the Strike Force laid the hammer down. They came out and scored a touchdown, made it 46-38. And then Bay Area had one more possession, about 30 seconds left, and ended up throwing an interception in the end zone. boom, game over. San Diego Strikeforce probably get the biggest win in their franchise history. They clinch a playoff spot. Right now they're the number 2 team in the West. They clinch a playoff spot. Bay Area's already clinched a playoff spot. San Diego Strikeforce win 46-38. They're 9-4 now. Definitely having their best year ever. San Diego. So with that in mind, that changes the IFL Power Rankings quite a bit. So first at number one, I have the only team in the East to clinch a playoff spot, the Quad City Steamrollers. They seem like they're the most well-rounded team right now. It's a mess right now in the IFL. They're the most well-rounded team. Number 2, Jacksonville Sharks. They've only shown good things the last couple of weeks, but they didn't play us last week. So we're going to see how they come out this week. They got to get at least one more win. It's the race to 10 wins. If you notice, the team's getting 10 wins. I'm making the playoffs. Jacksonville has 9, San Diego's 9, but Jacksonville needs to win this game. Okay, coming up this week. They're 9-4. They're number 2. Number 3, San Diego Strikeforce, top team in the West. They beat the Bay Area Panthers. They're still the number 2 team, but they beat the number 1 team. In my mind, they could be the top team in the West. San Diego Strikeforce 9-4. They clinched a playoff spot. Number 4, Bay Area Panthers, the previous number 1. They were they came out and looked sluggish against San Diego on the road on a Monday night. They are 10-3 now, and they are number 4. That doesn't mean they're not going to win the IFL National Championship, though. Once you get to the playoffs, this thing is wide open. Okay, it's all about making the playoffs right now. Though. Number 5, Arizona Rattlers are still sitting at number 5, 8-5, sitting in 3rd playoff spot in the West right now. Vegas Nighthawks may technically have the 3rd playoff spot in the West. It doesn't matter. Those teams will get in. So number 5, Arizona Rattlers, if they win 2 more games, they're in. If Vegas Nighthawks win 2 games, they're in. Okay. If one of those teams loses both games, if one of those teams closes out with 2 losses, that opens the door for Tucson to get in there. If they win 1 game, if either of those teams win 1 game, Tucson's done. And then your playoff field is set in the western side, and they're just competing for seed. So really, they just need 9 wins. Okay, they would put away either the Rattlers or the Vegas Nighthawks would put away the Tucson Sugar Skulls, with they both get a win. Okay, I said they need to win both. They need to come into this playoff hot. Next, number 7, Green Bay Blizzards 8-5. Number 8, Massachusetts Pirates 7-6. That would fill out your playoff grid. In the East, it would be Quad City number 1, Jacksonville number 2, which is what's in the Power Rankings. It would be Green Bay Blizzard number 3, who's number 7 in the Power Rankings. Mass Pirates number 8, who's number 4 in the East. Okay, on the West would be San Diego Strikeforce. I have them at number 1. They beat Bay Area. They're number 3 in the Power Ranking. Number 4, Bay Area Panthers 10-3. We'll see what they look like as they come down the stretch. Number 5, Arizona Rattlers 8-5. Vegas Nighthawks 8-5. Tucson Sugar Skulls sitting at 9 at 6-7. Tulsa Oilers, I'm imagining they're still crashing out, man. They have the quarterback hurt. I haven't seen any moves to fix that situation. I think they're going to crash out the rest of the season and end up being like 9-7 or something. 7-9. Sorry, 9-7. They played too many games. 7-9. They would make the playoffs. No, they would not. That Massachusetts would make the playoffs over them. Okay, number 10, Tulsa Oilers. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Fisher's Freight, they're not officially eliminated, but they're 4-9. They're essentially eliminated, okay? They would have to win 2 more games, and the Pirates and the Oilers would have to lose out. So there is an outside chance for Fisher's Freight if the Pirates and the Oilers lose out and Fisher's Freight wins out, they could be in there. They're not officially eliminated yet. If either Massachusetts or Tulsa wins the game this week, Fishers is done. Number 12, San Antonio Gunslingers are out. They're 3-10. Number 13, Northern Arizona Wranglers are 1-12. They're out. And number 14, Iowa Barnstormers are 1-12. They're out. Okay, so that is the power rankings for the IFL this week. We're going to come back for an exciting week at the end of the week. Tigers play on Saturday. We'll have a preview for that. Also, on footballanalysis1.com, I released the top 20 defenses in fantasy football for 2025. Check that out. And CFL News Hub has some CFL articles. Check that out too. And we'll get back to it after training camp for these next couple of days. All right, Football Scientific, the portal is closed.